ใหญ่ปังปังปะดะดะดะปังโอเคทีมปะดะดะดะดัมปัมปังปะดะดัมปัมปะดะดะดะ
What is the situation?
Solidify.
Shine down!
Bow your head. I will have order.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Stabilize. Silence.
There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
Gather.
Strike a pose!
Bow your head.
Illusion shattered!
Solidify. This is order. Silence. Stabilize. Order guide you.
Shower me with praise!
Gather.
Torn to oblivion!
Stabilize.
Strike a pose!
Be sanctified. Solidify.
Yoo-hoo! There is no escape!
I will have order. Settle down. Stabilize.
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish! Add astro... Add astro... Thank you for
trade é trade. Não sei se dá pra pegar não. Deixa eu ver aqui. Relação. Ah, tá. Eu tô com... Não tô com muita flor não, velho. 111 só. Pedra congelante. E aí, Mix, como é que tá? Salve, meu nobre. Deixa eu ver. Será que tem alguma coisa sobre o velho? Calma. Aqui. Deixa eu ver se aparece alguma coisa sobre. Ah! Apareceu. Vai ser o mesmo da Fício. Mas aqui não dá pra ver nada. Aí complica. Aqui eu não sei o que é. Deixa eu ver. Deixa eu ver aqui. É essa aqui, né? Tem essa. Essa daqui, flor da geada. Flor da geada, artefato. Tá, artefato eu sei qual é. Mas são os que tem esse. Não, mas aqui é. Tem aqui. Proficiência, recarga de energia. Não precisa não. Posso lançar um novo aqui. Item. Aqui é item também. 2 e 2. Tá bom. Muita coisa não. Dá pra fazer o. A flor da geada. Essa daqui. Essa daqui. Vou pegar uma ajuda aqui.
Time to broaden the horizons again.
Do not be afraid, for
A lama mostra onde é que tem.
Hey! I see everything. Strike a pose.
Pega essas duas. Nada aqui.
Hey!
Esse bicho aqui. Esse eu já matei.
Everyone hold hands.
Calma, meu querido. Pera aí, rapidão. Deixa eu só ver uma coisa aqui. Calma aí, nobre. Deixa eu só ver uma coisa aqui. É comum. Calma aí, não vai mostrar o que eu quero. Galera de Nordcry, será que mostra? E a boss já não mostra mais edição. Pera aí, filha, atrapalha não. Cara, isso aqui é... Ah, olha lá. Salve, tia. Não sei o que é isso, mas agora eu quero saber. Um diário. Putz, será que eu volto agora? Esse caminho.
Shower me with praise.
Pô, pior que aqui eu já vi, né? Teve missão aqui. Deixa eu dar TP aqui de novo. Pô, não aqui, velho. Cadê a... Não vai voltar. Voltou. Pô, de novo? Ah, mano, hora, velho. Depois eu vejo o que é isso. Aí, fi, tá louco? Cara louco, mano.
I see everything. Everyone hold hands.
Aqui foi tudo. Tem mais aonde? Pra cá, pra cima. Pra cá e pra cá. Tchurururururu. Tchururururu.
I see everything. Everyone hold hands.
mais nada. Ai.
I see everything. Everyone hold hands.
Só tem lá, né? Só tem lá agora. Volta. Tô vindo aqui, mano. Calma que dá tempo.
Hey,
Caraca. Fazer qualquer coisa aqui. Ué.
everyone hold hands. Hey.
Salve, tia. Posso acender isso aqui? Como aí?
Good eye.
Obrigadão.
Oh, what a cute treasure coffin.
Pega muita flor da geada, velho. Carambolas. Thank you. Mas não tem mais. Aqui embaixo. Ainda tem mais ali também. Agora acabou. Uma coisa nessa fornalha. Fala com a tia, né, filho?
What shall we?
Bora. Seguir na
Thank you for
história.
waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsliff get a room at the hotel.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rarier's past, and you seem fairly familiar with Mr. Dainsliff already. We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should invite you to join this operation.
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I...
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate...
That's one way to put it. Another is this, that once a decision's been made, it's set... Alright, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rarier's thoughts again using my confidential method. Now, I'm sure you've seen things like this before on your travels. The reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for us to enter the fragment of his consciousness together. Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. If I'm the diver, you are my safety equipment, tasked with keeping me alive while I'm on... Once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information. But in the interests of safety, you must remain absolutely silent at all times. We will... Lastly, any individuals of a weaker constitution are advised not to partake in the ceremony. In any case, Paimon...
Vai fazer efeito muito metódico. Do método confidencial de fora. Acho que a técnica de mergulho do cérebro dela é um segredo de negócio.
Well, good luck, everyone. Sounds like all Paimon can do is...
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. While the rest of us are inside Rarier's mind, it's imperative that we have a team member on the outside. In the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder. I don't anticipate any issues.
I second that. This is a dangerous operation here, and you're our whole rescue team.
So, Paimon's like... the lifeguard? Yeah!
Good. Please, take a seat.
Let's go, man.
So, did Mr. Dainsliff tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rarier kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were the cause of his eventual downfall, but he's asked me to uncover what those...
But surely you're not planning to go through with this, no matter the cost.
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. I'm a businesswoman, not a mercenary. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse?
Well, as long as you don't let morbid curiosity get in the way.
You're such a killjoy.
Tem incenso, velas fora quase um ritual de invocação. Voodoo. Parece que ainda não tem intenção de compartilhar seus segredos, mas agora não é hora de curiosidade. Eu vejo que tem um conjunto de xadrez na mesa, será que vai? Será que tem a ver com o método de coletar informações dela?
Alright, I'm go-
All set over here too.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
All right. Let your whole body relax. Close your eyes. Could this be his office? Pretty standard setup. Bookshelf. According to Dainsliff, Rarier used to be an intelligence operative. Chances are there's plenty of top secret intel stash. Is this where you keep your secrets, Rarier? Can't say I'm not looking forward.
Caraca, tem uns papéis com a galera ali, mano. E agora dá pra atacar.
Bookshelves full of documents. Looks like these are all files, packed with the personal. The Crimson Moon Dynasty preceded the eclipse. Since Rerir worked as a secret agent during the latter, it stands to reason that he was tasked with. Yep.
Já viramos ele.
Today's files are in. Time to wade through them just like usual. Male, 51. Occupation, cook. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Neutralized. This one should be archived under purged targets. Female, 23. Occupation, office clerk. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the neutralized. Another one for purged targets. Sounds like she was that other man's daughter. Never mind. Male, 40. Occupation, teacher. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Neutralized.
Negócio absurdo.
Just another nobody for the archive. Come to think of it, I remember surveilling this man. A case like his never would have been considered a priority in the past. Female, 16. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a neutralized. Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. None whatsoever. Female, 13. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during neutralized. Filed. Male, 11. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has not been observed making any contact with other descendants. Neutralized. Male, 6.
Só vai diminuindo.
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legitimate line of work. Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts.
Peraí, volta. Calma aí. Não sei se eu vou voltar aqui.
A box containing a ring Must be for his girlfriend.
Olha aí.
A file tucked inside a folder. The title reads, but at this stage I have no idea. Wonder what kind of encryption technique this is. Seems like it has to be inserted into that camouflage device. Aha!
Please, hear me out. I can't shake this feeling that someone's been spying on our house. No, I'm not being paranoid. I saw someone dressed in all black. It was a couple of days back, but that was on another street, not near...
There's a note in the margin. Surveillance of the run for their residents. Could the voice in the recording belong to one of Rarier's targets?
Caramba. Ali eu já vi, né? Não tem mais nada, que eu já vi também. Let's go.
Mr. Vedifalnir, it's been quite some time since we last met.
Rarier, I trust you're here because you have something important to discuss.
Forgive me. I wasn't tuning out, it's just, I noticed you didn't even phrase that as a question. Tell me, does someone in your position ever feel the need?
It is indeed within my power to foresee certain things.
I was just thinking. It won't be long before I'll be inviting both you and Dane to my wedding.
That isn't a lie, but nor is it a fact as such. It's...
No fooling a prophet.
Ever since that day we met for drinks, I knew it was only a matter of time before you came looking for...
Does it feel good?
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power entails. Once you've seen what will come to pass, it can be all too easy to succumb. You fear my silence.
That's right.
You must have noticed my reluctance to broach the subject. The burden of prophecy was never meant for your...
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear your prophecies?
Or rather, our king as he once was.
You're closer to His Majesty than I am. You must know better than anyone.
You say that as though it is to my benefit. Yet precisely because of that, I dare not speak rashly. A king can turn out to be the most virtuous of rulers.
You are so wise and far-sighted, yet...
You make a fair point. Especially given my silence alone. Very well then. Let me offer you some advice. And I say this not as a prophet or a visionary. For many reasons, there is very little chance of your marriage ending in happiness.
Vixe Maria. Que verdade bem
Hold on.
soltada.
There's that same black fog again.
De
Could
novo
this
nela.
memory belong to Thelindis?
Deve ser dela mesmo.
Guess I'd better tread carefully.
Caramba. Dá pra passar por aqui? Tem nada. A memória dela.
Wait. Hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his droid. His name is Rarier, and he claims to be one of the king's guards.
What did...
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner.
Why are you telling me all...
Simple. I want you to kill him. You are the only person he would never suspect.
No, absolutely not. I would never dream of doing such a despicable thing.
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last. Do not forget that the blood of the Crimson Moon flows in your veins too.
É verdade.
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now?
Oh,
The
louco, ela
dynasty
é
has
igual a
long
ele.
been dead and gone.
Meu Deus
You
do
think
céu.
that alone is reason enough for me to throw away everything I have?
Why wouldn't it be? You too were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me. Don't tell me you've never felt so much as a...
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty, I can try to persuade him. Or have him...
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying to force us to hand over our secrets. Over and over again? The Vinster King. A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. A petty little man with a miser's heart. And he dares to sit upon the throne? Mark my words, if you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you watch.
The Rehir of Solnari. That really is quite a secret you've been keeping from me, Rerir. But who am I to talk? Am I really any better? I've kept my own past a secret this whole time, too. Love should be built on honesty. But ours was born from lies. And yet, is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder? If we don't cover up the parts that no one else should see, Vedifulnir must have known all this, but I won't just sit by and watch this disaster unfold. No matter who I have to face.
Huh? Was that Rerir who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day? As if nothing ever happened.
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out.
Deli? Oh. They're talking about those people from the opposition. Right. I'd almost forgotten they used to run a deli. People of no consequence always vanish so easily. And no one even remembers them.
Mas a memória dela,
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be. So many have died already, and they say that the king's madness grows with each passing day. We're not going to survive this, are we? But why does it have to be this way? Do we really... Felindis, are you even listening?
Sorry, Freether. My mind... I heard you, though. You're talking about what Rerir said. He's just following the king's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to hunt down rebels and
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives. Maybe he was...
No. Rerir has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. My family are only distant relatives of the main lineage, and besides, my eyes are perfectly ordinary.
Caraca, senão ele teria
Truth
matado
be
ela
told,
também.
apart from my teacher, pretty much no one knows I have any connection to any of it. It's been a long time since my family severed ties.
But as Orlog said, who could possibly talk sense into that raving lunatic of a king?
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you all. But for now, you need to keep yourselves hidden. Don't let anyone find you, anyone at all. Don't forget that Rerir is an Eclipse operative. You need to be extra careful when he's around. And when I am too. For now, don't come looking for me. And if anything happens to me, just act.
If even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us have? But after all this time together, surely he wouldn't like...
I won't speak in his defense. Nor can I give you a clear answer to that question. But I'll do Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape presents itself...
You call that change? But what about you?
I've got a job, and there's still money coming in. But you can't go anywhere right now. Please think about yourself for once.
Vamos voltar.
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in their blood?
Why would it? Aren't we all just walking blood bags?
Caraca.
But not everyone is accustomed to hunting down others like prey. You've been a hunter for so long now, you seem to have forgotten forgotten that most people don't just go around killing one another.
Leave me alone.
Whoa. Começar o treinamento.
Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle. Then choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk. And pray won't sense a thing.
I'll bet no one's ever died a quiet death at your hands.
I work clean. No traces.
That doesn't make it open for a sword, though. The king just happens to be right now. What if Sunday doesn't?
That won't happen.
Ever since you fell into the spell of that power, the only magic you got to do for it.
The ones I dealt with have always been guilty. And I carried out my work flawlessly.
Caraca. Ô louco, viado.
Delindis, do you still remember
Orla?
the boy who was pretending to sell flowers?
Yes, we did. What about him?
He was arrested 2 days ago. I just don't get it! After everything he's done, why do you... Or does it mean nothing to you that people keep dying?
No, that's not...
I need to go now, Thelindis. They're looking... If you ever need a place to...
Caraca, tia.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of all subjects of observation that were sent inside have now... The situation within is proving more problematic than anticipated. No progress whatsoever. What now? Won't you give me even? Things are getting worse by the day. I have to find a way or we'll all be in... But I... If all this research comes to nothing, what then? But could he really bring himself to kill me? No. Surely he wouldn't.
O rei vai pedir pra ele matar ela.
Can't hide the truth.
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want... to live?
Yes. I just want to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we?
Whoa.
So these files are in. Time to wade through them just like usual. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Wait. Thalindis?
Caramba, ele descobriu.
No. No! Why? But you bear no mark of the Crimson Moon. How could you possibly have anything to do with them? A diluted bloodline. Carefully concealed. I see it now. What a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk of justice. Even imagining my friends would back me up. Irminsul. Finster King! How far are you going to take this? From the direct bloodline to secondary offshoots? And then what? Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? Will you not rest until No. This cannot go on. This is where it ends.
Caraca, velho. Ai, calma, é pra cá, né? Por que aqui tava marcada? Ah, ele saiu. Caraca.
You're really letting...
I am. As long as you can guarantee that no...
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. No one will know I was here. But... if you let me go, you won't be able to complete your...
Good point. And that
No, please! I just want to see the outside world again.
Go on living?
Yes. I know you're a man of your word.
If I let you leave, what will become of me? Just kidding.
Brincadeira, mano. Não se fala brincadeira com um negócio desse, cara. Pelo amor de Deus, mano.
Don't let anyone know
Brincadeira. O cara fala como se estivesse brincando de esconde-esconde com a menina, mano.
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Veremos. What are you trying to do? Break me down?
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not abandon Thalindis.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear. But now, he won't tell me how to actually resolve any of this, but he keeps trying to manipulate me like a puppet. Tell me then, what will this moment of opportunity... And... no answer. He's like a ghost.
So, the Eclipse Dynasty was purging... well, massacring the descendants of the Crimson Moon. And it seems like it was all connected to the Vinster King's research. The King's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Conria hanging in the balance. No wonder every aspect of Rerir's life was so unstable. And it looks like this Thalindis, Rerir's would-be fiancée, herself belonged to a sub-branch of the Crim. It almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other for so long. If the Vinster King hadn't intervened in such a drastic way, they might have gone on to... And why does Vedderfanir, Daneslif's older brother, keep talking in Rerir's head? The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of someone's memories, you only ever see time for something a bit more creative. We've been inside Rerir's mind this whole time, building up a... There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines and mapping out the rest. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction. Part simulation, part reasoning. But it's you. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rerir has really been hiding.
Ainda vai ter mais então.
Rerir, are you there?
Denzlas. A móvel peça que consome pontos de ação. Quando todos os seus pontos de ação são usados, você será retornado ao ponto de salvamento anterior. Ok. Quando a peça se move ao quadrado, sua marca você ganhará ação. Esse quadrado também tornará o ponto de salvamento mais recente. Não, calma, pera aí, pô. 1, 2, 3. Caramba.
Hey, Rerir! Come out, it's urgent!
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met up.
Okay. I'll come. But the Lindis is still over at the Universitas.
All right then, but make it...
I've never seen Dane so worked up before. Whatever this is, it must be...
Será que capturaram ela alguma coisa? Volta aí, volta. Era pra eu ter ido pra trás, velho. Mano, que negócio. De novo, velho, eu fiz errado. Mano, esses botões. Ah, dá pra mexer. De novo. O W funciona diferente. W é pra esquerda. Pra trás é A. Pronto. E... O rei?
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all at this hour. When men and women of ambition can speak face to face in broad daylight, I say that...
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day. Why would we...
You might ask your blade that same question. I'm told it prefers the cover of darkness. The word on the street is that Sir Delogi only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false. I see you're missing an arm.
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs, believe me, I'll take them.
Oh my.
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy, anything is...
Lunatic. Roptatir, what brings you here?
Why, Dainsleif, of course. He invited me. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhindaughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king, and I can assure you he affords me no great...
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you. So at least some of the rumors must be true. You're clearly doing well for yourself, so drop the humble servant act. It endears you. You're president of the Universitas Magistrorum, the chief royal mage known as the Wise by royal appointment. And by far, Vice President Veit doesn't even try to hide his envy when he sees you.
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Were the king not such an extremist, I hardly think I would have received a senior post at my age. Of course, no job is without its gripes. Serving a king like ours can be a challenging task, as I'm sure you can imagine. And as for Efterveit, in missing out on the presidency, he's dodged a mountain of stress. Like everything else in life.
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
You must be Rarir.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes, I handled your case file during your sentencing. Nothing personal, of course. I'm pleasantly surprised.
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif, you'd better have a very good reason for
It's my brother, Vedofenir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in both eyes and thrown in prison.
Vedofenir in prison? Strange. I thought the king trusted him and Horoptatir more. Does this mean the king's circle of trust?
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which is as clear as day to any... I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the Universitas Magistrorum.
And also because you're slimy. Vedofenir, perhaps less so. But still, a visionless visionary? It rather inclines me to think that...
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right now?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedofenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force. Tonight.
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Royal Guard. You swore an oath to the...
You've been planning this for a while?
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedofenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation first, this is not the conduct of a wise ruler. My blade will force the king to see the error of his ways.
So, Vedofenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the visionary, that is deeply troubling news. The extent of His Majesty's madness is now all too clear. You have noble ambitions, Dane, but I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me. I'm not interested in saving the world.
A letter of pardon? For whom? Thelindis? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for anyone connected to the Crimson Moon seem vanishingly...
O rei não faria isso não, pode ser sido dela mesmo.
This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. But why? Another mystery I'll need to...
Ok. Tá. E... Ah, mano, errei, né? Vamos. Já não vai. Não dá pra contornar? 1, 2, 3, 4. Não dá. Ué. TS. Ai, não deu sucesso. Pelo menos matei um. Ele volta? Não. Vai dar. Não dá não. Aqui também não dá, eu tenho que pegar 5. 1, 2. Não, velho, é pro outro lado, meu Deus.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 60 hours for experimental purposes. The results are as follows. Research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding moon marrow. Firstly, its origins have something to do with a god's power. Secondly, it serves as a portal to an as-yet indeterminate location. Moon marrow can thus be defined as a spatial gateway. However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the question of where it leads to. To start with, opening the gateway requires a specific power source, which an enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. Currently, the total power output of our to make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow lab. The Universitas Magistrorum recently decided to move most of its personnel into abyssal energy research. This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes in a single source of power is risky, especially one as poorly understood as this. As well as making ourselves overly reliant on a single resource, we are neglecting other promising technologies. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful. But as a Moon Marrow researcher, I desperately want to see the world beyond the gateway. If we really made it there one day, what would we find? And how would we go about taming the unknown? My imagination is endlessly fueled by
Ah, mano, eu vou ter que voltar tudo. E aí, ó. Cara, esses botão, velho, na moral. Mano, é W, velho, cacete. Ah, mano. Ah, mano. Não é possível, cara. Não posso pegar isso aqui. Beleza. Mas aqui não dá, eu vou ter que rodear por lá. Caraca, velho. Meu Deus, mano. Esses botões tudo trocado. Morre aqui. Tá mandando não.
This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
The Lindis.
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back very late last Friday, and he was acting a little unusual, but he's... You never saw him, and I don't know what he did. And
what if he finds out that you pried into his secrets?
Don't be silly. I don't know what secrets he does or doesn't have. All I know is he's just a normal...
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't match the person you all describe. Logically, I should be scared of him. And yet... But enough about that. You should get going, and be careful with the package I gave you.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe, then in the future, everyone will be able to...
A red moon?
That's right. Our moon. Promise.
I promise, the Lindis.
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. Its light, the color of blood, will become like no matter how...
Ok. Finally, né? Poxa vida. Complicação da pega. Vou ter que resetar. Oxi. Não dá pra... Acho que eu vou ter que seguir outro caminho. Calma. Pra cá. Não, mas aquele também. Ah, me liguei, me liguei. Dois. Mas aí é complicado, né? A desgrama, você não consegue bater de frente com o negócio.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? You know what happens to those who betray the throne?
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed all of...
If you have any love left for justice in your heart, you should join me.
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. Then Hraptatir and Rheindotter will disarm the security measures. My job is to enter the prison and rescue Stay safe.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for justice to prevail.
Salvou ele da prisão. voltar de lá pegar o vírus aí. O animal burro, velho. Ah, errei, mano. Errei de novo. Aqui eu morro. Mas pelo menos o caminho fica livre. Não dá, tem que ser 2/6.
This place is filthy. And the smell is abominable. Found you. Hello. Surprised? Oh, wait.
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance. Surprise at just how unfairly this world responds to words of earnest remonstrance.
I'm curious. What did you prophesy?
It wasn't a prophecy. It was a word of warning. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions. I simply told him that if he continues on this path...
But he didn't listen. Worse still, he stabbed you in both eyes and locked you away. Dane asked for my help. The court is in complete chaos now, but I'm sure you predicted that.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw. Yet I am powerless to change it. Fate is an I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future is nothing more for him.
Forgive my curtness, Vedifulnir, but the king did not suddenly turn on you today. His suspicions have been brewing for a long time. You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without attracting his fear and suspicion. There are things the king does not want to see. So, he doesn't want you having visions of them either.
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see.
Until what?
Just now. I believe...
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could rescue you.
I sense hatred in you. But also hope. A desperate hope. But this is not the end. It is there are many men of honor and courage in this world, Rerir. But is that a dagger? Interesting. Why not the polearm? It was always your weapon of...
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt that you want to make an enemy of me right now.
Of course not.
We could be. But I need you to be honest with me, Vedifulnir.
You mean your future?
Yes. And I know there are bigger things at stake here. A dynasty, a nation, maybe the entire world. I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just can't do it. But you see a broader picture of the future than I. You see the solutions to the biggest problems of...
In matters of fate, answers are either right or wrong. What will be, and what will not. Maybe you are willing to pay a certain... That is the cruelest thing about fate.
That... I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head. Urging me to see how the world... You show me disaster, but you won't show me how to avoid it? Why?
My voice? In your... So, you hear it too. It turns out that we are not so...
Vedifulnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life. As if he'd discovered some monumental secret.
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must persevere. For as long as you live, your story with Thelindis shall not come to an end. It is up to you whether you believe my words. Regardless, that is all I
will hold.
Thank you for setting me free. In return...
Just then, a strange wave of energy rippled through the city.
If I were you, I would head to the
Universitas.
Meu amigo, onde ela tava?
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again very...
Whatever Vedifalnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him out of the prison. There was no time to lose.
Caraca. Que confusão.
Monsters? Is this Rhine daughter's doing? By the Universitas Magistrorum? Out of my way! The universe. Allegedly, the king installed secret mechanisms in the palace and around the city. No one knows, but if they were ever gonna activate...
Help! Help!
Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you!
Save me! I can't!
That sounded like an explosion. So, the room... What other means does the king have at his disposal? And given it's a major center of abyss research, anyone over at the Universitas will be in grave danger.
Branch into song.
Stabilize!
Shower me with
No more lies.
A cipuada da pega.
Lush as the moonlight.
Can't hide the truth.
Vai, filho.
Receive my breath.
Bow your head.
Jota, e aí, Jota, como é que tá? Direto pelo colo, velho.
Solidify!
No more lies.
Calma aí, fi.
Lush as the moonlight. By the frostman of old.
Gather!
Can't hide the truth.
Let's see what you're made of.
Caraca, 100k em cada tapa, mano. Tá louco essa boneca. Mais uma visão de Tolindis.
Monsters at the Universitas Magistro.
Oh no!
Ah,
They're
morreu,
coming.
velho.
It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. Of course. All the lab equipment was upgraded after the... I'm done for. Is anyone... Ah! Stay back. Please
E
stay
aí,
back.
velho? De
Please.
boas. Como vai por aí? E aí, Jota, como tá? Obrigado pelo follow, velho, mais uma vez. Tá boa, mano. Estamos terminando a missãozinha de Nordcry aqui, pra poder se preparar pro próximo ato. A missãozinha tá boa que só, cheia de reviravoltas e coisas incríveis. Estamos seguindo, estamos seguindo. Não sei se tá muito perto de acabar também, mas o plano é acabar hoje. Cutscene.
What's that?
Reverie! So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. the normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
Cylindus? No, don't do it! Cylindus! Cylindus!
Caraca, porra, calma.
I told you, Rarier. Let her go. You will find someone better.
No! No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Ah.
Do you know a way? Tell me!
Come
Vai, já
to
responde.
the palace. Join us.
Agora sabemos como ele pegou o poder.
Thank goodness, we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Caraca, velho.
Grief, despair, desire. We all have our own.
Rarier. Rarier.
Cylindus?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rarier? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your
cabeça
choice.
dele. Caraca, velho.
I will find you. And then... you can give me your answer.
Caraca, ele abriu o portal de novo. Mas o poder consumiu ele. Caraca, que absurdo, mano. Por isso quando ele sai do negócio, ele tá todo destruído. E ainda mais ele chama o nome dela 3 vezes.
So that's how the
É o que,
Raider
Jota?
Solnari was
Jogo Genshin há
born.
quanto tempo? Cara, desde 2023. E você? É um dos tryhard também, é? Do jogo?
A monster created by circumstance is a monster all the same. Viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get uncomfortable. Right in a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. Everyone tells Little White his past is...
Caramba, velho, que absurdo, mano. Que história boa. Acabou o ritual, galera.
Everyone, I'm back.
Never! How are you holding up? She's fine, boss.
Yes, I'm fine. You will have seen the events of Rarier's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody, driven by personal dread.
I mostly agree.
Caraca, mano.
There's only so much we can know about him from his memories alone. But they did give us a clear glimpse into his life. However, I would not consider Rarier to be a nobody. He was deeply involved in the events of that era.
Yep, sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again. Is this you urging me not to abandon the people of—
That's not what I meant. Although I do hope you choose to remain a part of the plan. Without you, the mission ahead—
Then try to remember that I respond better to the carrot than the stick. And I don't appreciate being bossed around. Now, as for you, Missy, you were excellent. You stuck to the rules of the ceremony and kept your mouth shut the entire time. Bravo.
Cool! So, can you fill me in on the deets now? Most of what I saw went right over my head.
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first, Yehoda.
Yes, boss!
That's more like it. For a moment there, I was worried you'd forgotten about—
Forgive my curiosity, but what does the first clause?
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself. Like opening the door, pouring the tea.
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. Rest assured that the curatorium abides by the very strictest of labor policies. You don't serious— In any case, I've hardly shied away from my share of the work today. Hope I don't catch Flintz and Varka lounging about in their chairs. There's nothing I dislike more than other people enjoying themselves.
Caraca, né? Foi muito louca, mano. Ai, vamos encontrar a galera.
Oh no.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Não é possível, mano.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss. And
I'm sorry. What did you hear me say? I wasn't talking.
Wait. How long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
Boss, what's wrong? You look—
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole scene back inside the office.
Hallucinated?
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur in here are just a result of pawns moving across the chessboard in a carefully—
So you control everything in here?
More or less. But yes, it—
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Only once. It was the first time I used the chess set.
Conjunto de xadrez, por isso que a gente tá jogando xadrez.
Between what happened then
Faz sentido.
And what's happening now?
Pô, tudo leva a Sumero, né, velho? Não aguento mais esse lugar, mano.
Is there anything I can do to help?
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your help with things that I'm too lazy to do myself.
Meaning, you're not feeling lazy right now?
Meaning, this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess set is a personal treasure that
Boss, it's fine. Really. Let me do something useful.
Oh, listen to you. Whatever would I do without you, Yehoda?
What?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another employee as obedient?
Well, anyway, I suggest everyone finds someplace comfortable to take a rest. Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical sense, mentally speaking, it's all— You don't want to dismiss mental fatigue just because it isn't physical.
Don't I have the best employee?
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow Yehoda for a—
Oh, Lama.
Que a Lama é linda
told you
mesmo.
just
Aí você
how
acertou.
pretty you are. Beauty runs from the tips of your antlers. Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused and no talking. You have my word that I will get us all out of here.
Caraca, agora a tia tá alucinando, velho. Ô, louco, mais uma conquista boa. E mais uma vez estamos em Sumero.
This place looks familiar.
Salve, meu cria, como é que tá?
I wasn't expecting visitors at this.
Oh.
There you are. Sinue's been looking for you all day. I think he has some new.
Oh yeah? What were you doing just now,
A
Uncle
gente virou uma
Retinue?
pequenininha, uma
Hiding
jovem.
away some more loose change? I know.
What do you mean loose change? Oh, come on, I'm too old for this. Just.
Nossa senhora.
Hey, kid. Mind telling me what's in it?
Get in his good books? Why?
I've written a new song. I was hoping to showcase it at the next festival.
A new song, huh? I'd love to stay and listen, but unfortunately...
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting there warming up my vocal cords. Come find me when you're done.
Pile of stones. Got it.
Ok. Vou ter que encontrar o pai da menina agora. Chegamos.
Hi, Dad. Uncle Retinue said...
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could have...
Spoils of war? Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure of speech. I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back.
We have a well again.
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much water.
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms,
Caraca,
our
no caso
wells
que a gente tá
wouldn't be
descobrindo a
caving
história
in, and you wouldn't be
trás.
spending all your time out searching
Toda
for
a
new
vida da
water
minha
sources.
fé, né, velho?
As the
Caraca.
chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be leading us out of hardship and
Era o
poverty.
que
You
Trevor
know how
queria saber.
prosperous our ancestors were. I've told you all the stories. And look at us now. Squeezed into these hovels. But things are looking up. I started working with some folks from the academia.
So you're the academia's...
Special ambassador, they call it. Think of it as it's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the desert for too long.
So, do you get...
Of course. My luck's improving all the time.
Ô, louco, cara. A história da titia não é fé. Um TPzinho ia ajudar, não vou mentir não. Tá. Dança da morte. Cobra e escorpião. Continua explorando. Vamos lutar? Vamos tirar um X1?
That's our well, and you know it. You stole from us.
Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid, or...
And that special ambassador, you're a liar and a cheat!
Nossa, todo mundo da vila.
I heard Yehoda gasp, but I don't blame her. Milk corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers.
Caraca,
the
mano.
desert dwellers.
Opa. E aí, Rui, como é que tá? Rio.
There's a handwritten note on the ground.
Salve, meu nobre.
Let's see what...
Halil.
Tá bem, meu querido.
This is Sinue, chief of the Shimti tribe. Surely you remember me. This is my second time.
Estamos terminando a história principal do
I
Genshin aqui.
assume my last letter must have gotten lost in the mail, as I didn't. I'm writing to
Terminando
you
entre
because I
aspas, né?
need some help.
A pretensão é pra
That sandstorm the
terminar
other day
hoje.
completely blocked up our
Mas
well.
vamos ver
Praise
até onde
the
vai.
gods. The well. You told me to write to you if I ever needed help. You said I urgently need you to formally recognize my title of special ambassador and send. This is an emergency.
Tudo bem,
Please
você? Tamo
send
bem,
help
tamo
as
bem.
soon as possible.
Estamos
Looks
seguindo
like
aí.
this letter never got
Tô vendo os
sent.
BO. Fazendo umas
The
atividades de
writer
Genshin
died a
aqui.
grisly death, and the
Pra se
letter was
divertir,
trampled
GG.
into the ground. It's badly defaced.
Ó, a vila dela todinha
Some
morreu,
parts are
mano.
bare. What a ridiculous lie the surviving Shimti tell. Their whole village was butchered.
Caraca, que absurdo.
Ah, officer, welcome.
Chefe da
Welcome to our
vila.
humble village.
I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide some...
This is the finest wine our village has to offer. I promise.
É mais ou menos a história da tia Nefera aqui, né? Mostrou ela jovem, a vila sendo
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire endeavor.
Please, have faith. If not in us, then in our god. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this place. Give her...
I don't recognize her.
She showed up here a few days ago, and we took her in. She's a really bright...
So, where are you?
Nowhere special.
What about the rest of your family?
Just the one. Correct.
So, no brothers, no sisters?
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brothers and my sisters.
All right, get over here. Sign your name on the form.
Caraca, é ela, né?
Never? You're rather fair-skinned for a desert dweller.
É adotada, fique tranquilo, meu querido. Ela é adotada. Tá. Ela veio pro centro de Sumero. Ficou mais inteligente do que já era. E teve opções de coisas aqui, né?
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly, conduct your own additional research, and then...
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just had a couple more questions I wanted to get your
Oh? Please, ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my assignment is much...
A weak student? Goodness, no. Quite...
I think what you're saying is, a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy. And if they did...
You see? Sharp as they come. You see things the way they are. And I'm sure you know why they're like that.
Because of where I come from.
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't like it any more than... Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions? What's...
I wanted to check...
Eu quero o Durinho. Oxe, meu filho, quando ele vier aqui, pode colar na live que a gente mete bala aqui.
Your family wrote to you. Well, as long as they put
Eu acho que eu não vou pegar a arma dele, tá?
Someone
Não vai fazer muita falta não, mas eu vou ver qual é a que pode substituir a arma dele. Se for mais ou menos ali, né? Parelha não, né? Porque não tem como, mas que dê uma ajuda legal a ele, né? Cara, eu não vou atirar na arma dele não, eu vou ajudar tiro pra Alice e a arma dela. Ou Varca, né? Depende, mas ele eu vou garantir.
Not exactly. It's not even a
Ele tá
recent
muito
letter.
bom, cara. Muito
I was
bom.
just curious where the mail would end up if no one collects it.
Facinho de
The
buildar
house
ele.
of Dana, I expect.
Já fiz
I know
meio com
there's a
pré-farm aqui
box for
no, dos
unpaid
itens
mail
dele.
somewhere in there, probably sitting on a shelf.
Mas vou até pegar mais depois. Eu
Whatever
já
you're
tenho uma
looking
quantidade
for,
boa de
that'd be the
flores.
place to start.
Só preciso de muito livro pra upar os talentos dele.
Okay, got it.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly, I feel like I've...
Hey,
Vai pegar a arma dele também
don't
ou
say that.
Rio? Ou não? Só ele mesmo.
You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your
Não
students.
sei qual é a galera que tu vai
But the
atirar.
rules are the rules. You're not allowed to teach students like... It's not just the academia, either. The whole world bends over backwards for the success...
Oh, my dear child. Don't...
I haven't. I just think that if you want to make it in this world, you have to...
Aí você tá certa, minha querida. É ok? Sei nem se ele... Ok? Sei nem se ele vem. Tem um tiro pra um pitch só. Aí é loucura. Aí o caba tá só com a cueca, não tá nem com as calças, mano. Aí você dificulta, meu querido. Mas vamos torcer, né? Só não perder 50-50. Fala aí com a Royal Mãe, ó. Manda um e-mail pra ela. E peça pra ela não burlar seu 50-50. É uma chance, né? Uma chance é muitas. Mas se perder, ainda assim continua atirando, pô. Manda bala. Bom, let's go. Vamos ver as
A
cartas aqui, né?
dilapidation survey from Port Ormos. Looks like it's this one was never even opened.
Vou acelerar aqui, que isso aqui eu acho que é mais coisa boba, não tem muita coisa não. Por mais que seja a história dela. Detalhe.
I don't recognize the name. This one is addressed to the Immorta Sage. The title is Guided by the Incense. We became lost some. In clinical terms, these symptoms fit the description of incense poisoning.
Teu mapa já é o quê?
The Immorta
100%?
Darshan strictly prohibits the use of hallucinogenic substances. For example, my neighbor who always breaks out into song and dance. This seems like something the academia would want to know about. Wait, what's this? The note says, the This next one is addressed to a few words of protest regarding in recent years, the academia has taken on however, it appears to me that these students have not, in fact, been provided with educational opportunities that are, as well as receiving dumbed-down assignments and perfunctory tutor. Education is the fundamental purpose of this institution, which should go without saying in a nation as grand sage. Policy decisions are your prerogative, but do not forget your roots. You and I were once students too, as was every. I do hope you will give some serious attention to this matter. I encourage you to. Great, and the sender is...
Sabe seers do...
Sage. I didn't realize anyone else even... So this is where letters from the Sage of Spontamod end up? Whatever. I'm not exactly holding out hope that I can't believe how much discarded mail... I don't believe for 1 second that any human...
Essa daqui tá dobrada, o que é que tem nessa carta?
Wait. Could this...
O envelope mais surrado na caixa, escrito no papel de péssima qualidade. A caligrafia no envelope parece bem familiar.
Greetings, Halil. My name is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. I was the one who came to you and your colleague Zane when you ran into trouble in the Great Red Sand. I don't know how well you remember it now, but I brought you to safety.
Eu não sei quanto você lembra agora, mas eu levei você em segurança e dei pouco de água e suprimentos.
In my tribe, learning a person's true name is serious business. And I therefore see... The Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. You were sympathetic to... This brings me to my reason for writing. Our tribe has fallen on particularly hard time. There was a terrible sandstorm a few days ago, which blocked up the well in our land. To ensure my people's survival, I had no choice but to venture into the Eob and Urt are descended from the Thamudians. While we trace our ancestry to Tulatala, we worship the Lord of Flowers and have had relatively good relations with our fellow tribe. I found a well belonging to the Eob tribe. They declined to help us, but I really had no other option. When we met, you assured me that you would be my ally in the academia. I would like to take you up on that offer, because I really need your help. I wonder if... That aside, the last time you were here, you mentioned that the academia had started accepting students from the desert.
Eu comentei com você sobre minha filha, né? Caraca, foi o pai dela que mandou a carta, mano. Por isso que ela foi salva, né?
We have next to no resources here in the desert.
Nossa
and my
senhora.
power and influence are limited. Would you consider enrolling?
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. Those things they promised were just empty words. And you were so emphatic that you swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You liar. You lied about everything. And who fell for it?
Quem caiu nessa sou eu.
Just me, by the looks of it.
Apesar de todo o seu esforço.
Which makes you a pathetic liar. You weren't even... I think I'll take over from here. Let me show you.
Eita, pega, me deixa mostrar como é que faz. Vixe. Não, tem que ir caminhando. Salve, tia! Tira uma dúvida aqui, rapidão.
I just came to say goodbye.
Obrigado por tudo.
Thanks for everything
Mano,
you've
ela
done
só...
for me
Caraca,
in my
ela só
time
saiu.
here.
Never?
I'm quitting.
Tô largando pra
Something's
pessoa
come
na
up in my
Universidade Natal.
hometown.
Preciso voltar e resolver isso.
But this was a hard-won opportunity for you.
It was. But it doesn't matter.
Não importa.
I have more important
Porque
things
se ela
to
tivesse
deal with and
continuado
they
em Sumério,
can't
teria
wait.
sido uma porcaria, né? Sei lá, por mais que ela tenha esse jeito diferente dela totalmente, mas... Sei lá, Sumério correu muitas pessoas, né? Tudo que aconteceu, a história.
Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bags, so I left some incense on your desk. What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read...
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown?
Yeah, I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruin. It's not worth much.
But never...
Alright, that's all...
Caraca, mano. Se eu não me engano, essa história principal ainda vai contar um pouco sobre o Durin, né?
Don't forget me, okay?
Falou muito pouco dele.
I mean, we're more than just classmates.
Yeah, I lied.
Ou acho que pode vir mais na parte 3,
That
no ato
incense is
3.
worth a fortune, and it's a rare find even in those ruins. And as for remembering her, I have far too much to do when I get back. I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. But either way, I expect I'll forget.
Ô, louco. Caraca, velho, que loucura, mano. É, meu filho, Traveler queria saber do passado dela, tá aí, ó. O cara foi na inocência falando que queria saber as coisas sobre ela. Depois de entrar na mente do Henry, estamos na mente dela. Ela voltou a... O pessoal que matou a tribo dela. Essa galera, né? As faixas.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador,
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky I'm the one they sent. The ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the once great civilizations of this region to rubble and sand. But the story of the Ehab has a very different...
So, you do know who you're dealing with?
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the Unut.
You're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way.
Of course not.
Claro que não.
I came to bring you some very good news. Some information that recently came to light. Records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under Ehab control is built on top of some ancient ruins. I checked the map carefully on my way over here, and I'm confident that this is the well in question. The Academia is offering 50 million mora in return for excavation.
Caramba.
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say, 50 million's a little low.
Don't get greedy, Ehab. We know far more than you think.
Caraca, tu queria agora 50 milhões de mora, hein?
Well by force.
Tô precisando upar meus bonecos.
Wasn't that the first step in your rise to power? To drive away the Unut and steal their water supply?
So what if it was?
Ô, meu querido, você apanha pra ela, né? Não vai mexer com quem você não conhece, né?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's something we're willing to overlook. The Academia is only interested in dealing. I hope I am making my...
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me, I'll hunt down every one of your people and make you...
I assure you. You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest, but surely even you recognize... And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway?
Caraca, soube fazer a mente do cara direitinho.
You really think the Sumero Academia would bother to come all the...
All right, I take your point. The Academia is the highest authority in the land. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent news. In fact, it calls for a celebration. Would you do us the honor of staying a while and enjoying some
Gladly.
prazer,
I am partial to wine myself, so let's indulge in a few drinks together.
Caramba. Feliz e abençoada trará a riqueza tão intoxicante do vinho. Mas quando chega no dia, notícias chocantes vêm.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've...
What? Well, don't just stand there. Take it back.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the Eab's military superiority.
Well, what is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the well. This can't be a coincidence. Perhaps there is a traitor in your midst. I am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with the de facto power holders. If you cannot regain control over the well, I'm afraid...
No! Please, Ambassador, just give me some time. That well is ours.
Glad to hear it. I will wait here.
If there is a traitor, I will find them.
Mano, o cara tá sendo totalmente manipulado,
All
velho.
it took was a few words and I've got him wrapped around my finger. What an...
Sensação incrível.
In summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather negotiate with our tribe instead of the Eab.
Cara, ela fez as duas tribos brigar, mano. Que isso?
And now they have the gall to interfere in our research projects in the desert region. So let me ask you, Chief, if you were the...
Kill them all.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in our way. The Eab have held back our academic pursuits for too long, and our patience is wearing. At the same time, there is simply no way that the Academia can be seen to be intervening in...
We have our own rules out here. If the rainforest dwellers raised arms against a desert tribe...
Right. We can't confront them ourselves, but we can support their enemies. The Unut have always had strained relations with natural allies. Weren't the Eab your allies once? You were quick to send them after us to protect your interests back when we stole that water. Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with the legally recognized rulers of the desert in this matter.
Say no more. I believe we have a...
Good. Then I suggest you get to work. Get us access to that well. You see, Dad? Lying is easy
Mentira é
when
fácil
you know
quando você
how.
sabe como. As pessoas acreditam em tudo. Caraca, viado. Nossa, vai tomando. Mas vai aprendendo. Não, não aprenda não, galera. Não aprenda a mentir não, mano. Mentir é feio. Caramba, a tia manipulou os dois certinho. No final a galera vai acabar brigando. Vai todo mundo se matar aí. E GG. Já começou já? Tão cedo. Olha aí.
Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters, but your butchered bodies bleed like any others. The monsters who destroyed my home, they're just ordinary I think we're even now. Maybe I've even done the desert a favor. Oh, Sinuhe, my gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, our tribes, but you couldn't do what had to be done.
Olha o pessoal aqui atrás, ó.
Did it for you.
Caramba, velho.
Never. It's okay. All of this is in the past now.
I believe I remember you promising to remain silent.
Yeah, but even so...
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
Você consegue, Yehoda, essa hora de brilhar.
Alright. Time for a sharp turn onto a completely... So, anyway, that's enough of that. Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired.
Yes, if we can find somewhere to sit down, I could certainly do with a rest.
Tá aí o passado da Tia Nefer.
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A temple? That's where this story
É aí onde a
ends?
história acaba.
I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Já tive um lugar parecido com amigo no deserto antes.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or so everyone says. I never wanted to believe it, but looking back now,
You mentioned a temple.
My biggest...
O maior segredo.
Then I'm guessing it's where you got...
I didn't know you were clued up on...
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru, but since you come from the desert, I would imagine it has something to do with King Deshret.
Sounds impressive.
Tem alguns amigos conectados a essas coisas, especialmente.
Oh, I know who
É o
you
sino,
mean.
né?
General
Sino, o
Mahamatra
Satis.
Sino. The spirit of Hermanubis dwells within him.
That's Boss Neff for ya.
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity.
What about him?
Well, he's not a small deal. Please, this is the bare bone. Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to take.
Caraca, a galera não falou muita coisa também porque a galera viu que a tribo dela foi totalmente massacrada, né? Então o surto que ela teve foi só pra acabar de vez com esse monopólio dos bichos que só queria sair matando pela dominação. Caraca, mano, que absurdo. Opa, mais um lugar conhecido. Sumério, como sempre, nunca acaba, mano. Impressionante, velho. E tá lugarzinho pra você voltar 50 milhões de vezes, viu? O rei do search.
Uh-oh. I'm totally out of my depth here. I don't have anything to add about any of this stuff. I want to do the whole name dropping, this girl knows her stuff thing too.
A statue with the head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King.
Hey, Ibis.
One of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. The legends say that he, the Crocodile King, and the Goat King were the 3 retainers of King Deshret.
Retentores do rei da search.
Let's take a look.
Dá uma olhada. Uns 7 pilares. Cutscene.
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates.
O mundo se
Then we
desintegra.
find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
Hold on!
Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
repulsive.
Olha o ultimate dela aí. Quase foi de arrasta. Oh, que bagulho absurdo, cara, na moral. Quase foi de arrasta, velho. Tá louco, mano. Titio Henry não quer brincar não, mano. Entrou na memória, na cabeça dele ali, o cabo quer matar todo mundo.
It's okay.
Caraca, velho. Mais uma vez Titia Columbina salvando a galera. Ah, fazendo alguma coisa estranha dessa ajudando a tirar eles de lá.
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I was not naive to the dangers involved.
Ah, então ele já sabia o que poderia ter acontecido, né?
I had a duty
Entrar na mente
to
do
ensure your
mano Henry.
safety.
Caramba, velho, que absurdo.
Good to know your sense of justice is still intact after.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir inside the chess set.
Por pouco tempo, né? Obviamente o caba tá muito bufado, né? E vai sair
to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made it to the temple. By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past, well, the monster formerly known as Rerir, it seems I alerted him. I was tracking him. Then he caught on and started tracking.
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone?
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an expert at finding a trail and hunting down his pursuers.
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able to...
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item.
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his... You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Unut and the Eab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million mora. The final blow to the Eab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. The remaining Eab, having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, the nearby temple was still standing. As I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This cat, as it turned out, was home to the spirit of the Ibis King. He led me to a gate deep inside the temple. This chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one in the mausoleum of King Deshret, and represents his power of piercing. With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Now, you could conclude that the Ibis King simply wants... Every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any humans.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself. Their gaze falls preferentially upon a select...
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree.
Se você está aludindo, óbvio.
Gather the others. It's time to share it.
Bora, vou falar tudo. Let's go, let's go. Coitado do gato, até o gato teve que entrar na mente da tia Fera ali.
As promised, I did some further investigating into the Reicher of Solnari's background. The Reicher of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Conrian subject who served the Vinster King. I will now share the important details of his story.
Narrou tudo. Sob o comando do Eclipse, ele reuniu informações da sua da dinastia Dolides, que era secretamente linhagem da Lua Carmesim, e ele foi arrastada politicamente, tá? A voz de Valdomiro falou sobre o destino era como reflexo da Lua, embora ele pudesse perturbar as águas para ganhar alívio temporário, ele não conseguiu apagá-lo completamente. Em contraste, a própria vida de Henry era como um reflexo da lua quebrada. Quando os ventos e pessoas desenharam sobre a superfície da água, foi completamente destruído. Tony contrabandeou um pedaço da lua antes de desaparecer por um portal misterioso. Esse pedaço foi passado pelas gerações, caindo finalmente na mão da serva. Ah, por isso que a tia Alestina tinha um pedaço da lua e conseguiu criar aquele mundo lá, né? Caramba, velho.
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. But it does not excuse his many transgressions. No matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild Hunt, wreaking havoc upon innocent lives and not crime. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Tevat suffers the consequences. This is a threat that the Knights of Favonius cannot ignore.
A question for Miss Columbina.
Forgive
me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial gateway that appeared in Rerir's memory?
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate, and this seems to...
Miss Lama, any thoughts on this?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. The term Moon Gate is one I have heard before. But as is the case with all of our legends, there are no...
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some idea of where the Moon Gate...
Not at this stage,
É verdade, então a Tolina ainda tá
I
viva.
do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovering well.
But there's more to the power of the...
Yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the Moon Gate, since it is a path, and right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Reir.
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world beyond the gateway. I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Rerir made it through unscathed. The evidence with the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet...
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force?
Makes sense to me. Explains why the Wild Hunt is so pervasive.
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost
I could not agree more. The power...
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. This raises some interesting questions. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit,
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information I have shared
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
It's just... When I think of the man I once knew as Rerir...
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any comfort, but...
Mine too. We can never know all the hows and whys of the way things are. The moon and stars are full of untold secrets and lies. And the skies are host to many more mysteries.
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm sure Nefer needs some time to recover.
That's very thoughtful of you.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and digest before we reconvene to nail down a plan.
Tá. No hotel, você será um plano no tempo de escolher o que ele estiver em frente.
Hey, is this a bad time? Hope I didn't kill the conversation. No need. Come on, let's...
Bora conversar um pouquinho, meu querido. Diga-me o que você quer.
Anyway, Nefer went back to the curatorium to get some rest. But before she left, she shared some things. Firstly, although she managed to trap the Raker of Solnari inside her chess set, there's no guarantee that the power of the Ibis King is any match for one of the 5 sinners. Their powers, it's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out. We have to come up with a plan and take care of...
Honestly, my mom figured that might be the case.
Well, I asked her that same question. She talked for a long time, but for the most part, Seemed like she was trying to convince me how precious her chest... It felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know? The kind where you end up...
2 days? Holy moly! Can we even recruit enough help in that time?
That remains to be seen. Which brings me to the second issue. Dainsleif is obviously conflicted about this whole thing. But given how little time... You have some history with him, right? Do you think maybe you could talk to him for us? Great. All right, on to item 3. So, Albedo, Durin, and I put our heads together and came up with a plan. Can't promise it's gonna work yet, but at least it's a start. We figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore it further once everyone's recovered.
Oh, Paimon's dying to hear this.
All right, so...
Em voz sussurrada, Varka fala sobre o plano. É um plano chocante, mas nada por abolar uma viagem de Teyvat e a guia mais confiável de Teyvat. Não demora para você apoiar tudo.
We felt a little uneasy about roping you into this. I mean, firstly, you're not locals, and secondly, none of us are your boss. You're well within your rights to refuse if you so choose.
Roping us in? Why would you even say that? We know the stakes here. It's all of us against the Rayher of Solnari, or none of us stand a chance.
Arrastar a gente, qual foi? A gente sabe que tá em jogo aqui. São todos contra o Vingador da Lua, ninguém tem
I
chance.
choose my words very intentionally, I'll have you know. I like to think there's an art to striking a down-to-earth tone even when the stakes are through the roof.
Sir Varka, I have a few thoughts about this plan.
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated. In my view, the most sensible lineup would be like
Uma ação mais sensível seria assim. Caraca, nós vai enfrentar ele. Todo mundo. Let's go.
I see your point, yeah. But if that's how we're going to approach this, you'd better make sure you're ready.
Tá, então ele quer dizer, agora sim vamos abordar isso. É melhor garantir estar.
To be clear, I don't doubt your abilities. Far from it. I just want to make sure. Are you really willing to take...
I want to do everything within my power. The Rayher of Solnari is a truly fearsome opponent. And
well, that tracks with what I've heard. Jean's mentioned in her letters that you're so diligent it's almost abnormal. As in, most people weigh up the risks and rewards in situations like this. But you seem to just march towards danger without a moment's hesitation. Of course, everyone appreciates a fearless pioneer. But all that aside, I'm the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, and you're our honorary knight.
Thank you, Sir Var.
I should be the one thanking you. It means a lot to have you on board. I'll give some serious thought to your suggestions.
Tá. Varga faz uma referência em câmeras que diz que verá vocês novamente no hotel mais tarde. Ele organizou para que todos os encontrados finalizassem um plano de ação. Para liberar o clima, ele reservou o hotel para essa reunião para todos conversarem enquanto bebem. Conforme a lua sobe ao céu, você e Paimon deixam seu quarto e discutiram se Paimon tem outras opções além do suco de frutas. Todos já estão aguardando você. Estou conversando e sorrindo claramente. O descanso fez bem a todos, além da equipe de Xia, a ajuda de espera também chegou. Mesmo assim, você permanece ciente do fato de que o futuro de Northcross será decidido hoje à noite. Tantas vidas em jogo, você pode nunca conhecer a maioria delas, mas se elas conhecem você ou não, todos contam com você. Caraca. Jogo de sangue e areia. Mr. Varka, aí, né? FI não chegou também.
This is a thorough plan, but I do have one last question before we take it.
Great question. Albedo's been hard at work analyzing Rayher and the wild. Firstly, from the earliest known confrontation until now, Rayher has never displayed any ability to manipulate the dimension of space. So it's unlikely he has any power in that domain.
Que ele tenha qualquer poder nesse domínio.
Secondly, he seems to have a particularly strong vendetta against our group.
Até
If we
aqui que
put
vai
him in a
participar.
fight or flight situation,
Que não,
he'll
adoro.
choose to fight every time. Thirdly, finally, and most importantly, he is consumed by hatred, both for the moon and for his enemies. Turns out, we take...
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt, those all seem like valid...
Understood. Then I will defer.
Well, everyone, That's the plan in full detail.
Plan approved. Scheduling.
Okay, any firepower you need, I got you covered. Let's light this.
The Frost Moon Scions are behind.
And the rest of you?
Simbora.
No objections? All right. Then it's settled. This is the plan we're going with.
Wait, we can still back out of this?
Everyone says things they regret, right? I don't want anyone feeling trapped because their mouth said yes before their brain had time to think things through.
A very people-first approach. I hear that's common practice in the Knights of...
Who'd you hear it from? D-Luke?
Shh. We don't use people's real names at work. This contact will be known only as Owl, please and thank you.
This plan can only work if everyone does their part.
We shall indeed. You'll be glad you accepted our help. Also, you are the last person I expected to see here, Miss Dory.
A Dory vai fazer acordo com eles de vendas.
It's not often I get called Dory in a work context. My peers usually call me Lord Sangama Bay. So, the longer your name, the higher your... In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune. That's right, I know.
The walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that a secret.
Okay, fine. I'm actually only here as a favor for someone else. Do you have... Oh, does this mean someone out there actually has it? Most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business partnership. She's said Mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything. If I don't start building a little goodwill now, my whole business in Notcry is gonna go down...
Okay. So what exactly is so special about this pendant?
It's a lucky charm that a great mage made for me. We have a business relationship, and she was worried that something bad might happen to me. So, I finally got it all fully charged up with Kuvaki, and then never went and used it all up at once!
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to drain all the Kuvaki in the pendant.
You will? Well...
I knew you'd say that. Well, it's yours if you want it. In fact, take it now, and I'll even throw in a free Raker of Solnari. Deal?
You're putting me in a difficult position here.
It's a very useful thing to have around. But I have a funny feeling it won't be...
Looks like bankruptcy for me.
Hey, don't be so pessimistic. See this through and you never know. You might find a new business up.
Caraca. Ok, com planeação, trarei separada para iniciar os trabalhos. Sei para me descer e conferir o status de cada fase de preparativos. Ok, vamos lá, vamos ter treta, né? Das boas. Salve, galera. Ah, mano, o que é que eu vou falar com a Dory agora, velho? Meu Deus.
Dory! How are things going? Feeling ready? Oh, I was born ready. We only have 2 days. You think Lord Sangama Bay would let an opportunity... Don't forget, when something's in high demand, the people with the goods on hand get to charge the highest price of... Ta-da! See? It's right here.
Whoa.
Ah, it's so pretty. Did you make it?
Eu diria que você era tão habilidoso com ele, não?
No, I have a supplier. We go way back. Aha! No wonder you were talking about lucky charms at the meeting. You've been getting Kaveh to make them more... That's not the full story. It actually started a while back as a project between me and the Mage Alice once warned me
a
that this world
bruxalice.
won't stay safe
Uma vez
forever.
avisou que esse
There
mundo
may
não vai
come a
ficar
day
seguro
when
para
everyone
sempre.
faces a
Pode
great
chegar um dia que todos
crisis.
enfrentarão uma grande crise.
I passed this on to the Dendro
mas eu
Archon, and she
receio que
secretly
não seja
brought together
relacionado à
a
moda, né?
research team made up of Sumeru's top scholars to invent a technology that could keep people safe. I won't go into the details because it's all very complicated, but if you want to know more, you can... Anyway, point being, it was the Dendro Archon who asked Kaveh to build this little contraption. As one of the top Kashara War talents, he took him long enough. He stressed over it for ages. Must have gone through at least a dozen designs before producing a final product. But that's Kaveh for... Marak delivered it to me a couple of days ago. along with a letter from Kabe. Could I ask why I'm sending this technology to you? And what's your proposed use case? Has it been approved by the... So nosy. My fault for sending him to research.
Surely Nahida must have told him you were involved in this project. He was probably just nervous, because you're always so secret.
Could be. Anyway, I just replied. Let's hope there never has to...
Fair enough. But it sounds like he was just being cautious. He probably felt responsible as the one who made it.
Or maybe he was asking as a favor for his housemate. He's done that before. Not sure why, though. Either way, all's well that ends well. I'm just glad to finally have my hands on the product. I wouldn't want to be without it, given the potential dangers.
Tá bom, ok.
Huh? What does...
Paimon's just super surprised. This must be the first time we've ever seen you actually get serious about something.
Well, a long time ago, I made a promise to myself. I promised that I was gonna live every day of... There are always gonna be times in life when you have to give something back. That could mean paying back. Alice has been a huge help to me over the years.
Alice me ajudou muito ao longo dos anos.
She was the first investor I ever had. And I want my investors to know that Lord Sangamabe is the best in the business. And more than that, no one knows what the future will bring. Whatever happens, I want to make sure the Dendro Archon and all of Sumeru is prepared to face whatever comes. Oh, that? I was just making sure Nefer and I are square. Don't be thinking it was some sort of benevolent act. I'm no saint, so don't treat me like something I'm not. My priority is doing the business that I want to do. So long as my conscience lets me, but it usually does. That's the...
Alright.
I do say so, and that's the whole point. I'm a business... Oh, and could you two help me get this stuff where it needs...
Ok. Obrigado por dizer que a gente é seu assistente favorito. Vamos lá, Albedo e Durin. Eles não estavam na reunião, né? Mas acho que sabem o que vai acontecer.
Traveler, Paimon.
Everything going smoothly?
Sort of. As you're probably aware, Varka, Durin, and I kept... Per the plan, we dissected and analyzed some samples of these creatures. The process went very smoothly. The findings...
What? You can actually dice...
That depends on your definition of wild hunt and...
Harmless, lifeless... These words are accurate descriptions.
The wild hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and of itself, Master griped a lot about the wise Horoptatyr. I don't think that was because of his lower social standing, though. Anyway, it's a pity. It's a strange mix. The furious energy of an abyssal being, perhaps the only explanation for his survival in this state is... Oh, sorry. Once I get talking about interesting research, back to our research findings. Essentially, they confirm my hypothesis. Rerir's corpse is completely... You could think of this as Rerir in mutated form. But in my view, even that would be inaccurate. In reality, his whole being has been consumed by the abyss. In other words, he is now nothing more than... Unfortunately, at present, we have no means of completely eradicating abyssal power.
Oh, that's terrible news! So, that's it? We can't defeat him?
Miss Columbina's situation is a difficult one. She can never achieve wholeness when the world does not... It's as if her creator banished her to a place she can never be accepted.
Given the circumstances, it's only natural to... Time to kick off the backup.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! This is for you. Dory asked us to bring it...
Ah, how wonderful. Well, thank you for making the trip. Durin and I will be heading...
I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you in person this time. Please be careful.
All right then.
Ok, vamos falar com quem agora? Titi Alaumo. Então vai ser na ilha dela, aparentemente, né? IBO. Salve, galera. Chegamos.
Miss Lauma, is everyone here?
Yes. The fate of my flock is in your hands, Grandma.
My lady,
Within the next 24 hours, we will face. This is not a burden that we deserve to bear. But I believe that we reap what we sow in this life. So I intend to act. I must do what I think is right. For me, that means fighting for the future. This gentleman is the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Varka, Knight of Boreas. In my...
Hey, everyone. Guess I should introduce myself. Well, to start with, I know my biggest strengths are honesty and hard-workingness. Anyway, point is, I don't intend to let Lauma down.
Não é muito bom por discursos, né? Isso é um ponto importante a dizer aqui. O discurso do cabo é ruim, horrível. Minha nossa senhora. Pelo menos em apresentação. E no plano ele foi bem. Quando ele se apresentar. Que terrível.
Something on your mind?
Miss Columbina, was it? I believe...
That's right. Names are funny things. Have you always been called Dainsleff?
Yes.
I have a different relationship with names than other people. To be honest, I'm not even sure, but it's what everyone calls me. And I go along with it. A lot of my life has been that way. I get so used to things that I forget to I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people.
You're different from other people. I sensed it the first time we met.
You're more perceptive than most. I'm sure your long life and rich... Do you ever find yourself missing Conria, Mr. Dainsleff?
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. Other times, I don't recall any happy moments from that.
Is that because hatred survives longer than...
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges I bear. Thank you for your help with the Rerir situation. Without your efforts...
You're welcome.
I know. Friend, he betrayed me. And I never...
Okay. You see? You're torn. Now you know what really happened. You see the things he's done in a new light.
I need some time.
Of course. I completely understand. Actually, I went through something similar myself recently.
You mean the Harbingers who still support you?
Yes. I always thought they were only helping me because Harbingers are forced to work together. And even now, they...
Clearly, they view you as a friend.
I feel a little guilty. I see the guilt that you're feeling now. Because have you noticed that the Traveler in Pine...
Huh.
Sure. Hello.
Ah! They caught us!
Desculpa, só estava preocupado com vocês.
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt you wish to know where I stand on the plan to take down the Rerir of Solnar.
You will? Oh, thank you so much!
They needn't be. This was something...
That doesn't matter to them. They're grateful to you regardless. You can't control their gratitude, so just accept it.
Ok. Aqui, Flynn, Shalom, Nefé.
It's nearly showtime! Let's go rendezvous with the others. You know the place.
Let's go.
Ah, you're earlier than I expected.
Hey, Flint's!
Not too long. I came a little early.
Are you nervous about...
Quite the opposite. I'm reminiscing. When I was awakened by the Ratniki, I had not touched a weapon in many years. But after waging war against the Wild Hunt for so long, I came to realize something. My restless flame indicates that somewhere inside of me...
Oh, that doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
Well, In the past, when I was a Fae whose primary concern was hibernation, it was hardly ideal, but it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to join for-
Looks like I'm not the first to arrive.
Ah, Miss Lauma.
Did you sleep okay last night?
I struggled to settle down at first, because of the nerves.
Ansiedade de lutar.
But don't worry, I got it. Please, I'm just doing my...
Never! Over here!
A mercadoria foi entregue.
Ino asked me to relay a message. She said Anefa will be on high alert and keep a close watch over all secondary districts where defenses were. Meanwhile, Ino herself will provide...
Excellent. My thanks to all involved.
The chestnuts...
It won't hold him much longer.
Não vai segurar por muito mais tempo.
We should be prepared to engage in a...
No sense sitting around waiting. Let's make the first move while we still have the
I agree. Paimon, find a safe hiding place.
Got it! Be careful, traveler!
I will.
Caraca, bora lá, velho. Nossa senhora. Let's go.
Everyone, take your positions as soon as the battle... Every ounce of strength we have in our bones, let us bring to this...
Ready?
Let's go.
Bora, moleque.
I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the authors of your own...
I wouldn't be so sure about...
You are merely a moment of sport before I tear down the moon.
Nossa, vem pro X1, moleque. Vem pro X1, vagabundo. Vou meter a mão na tua cara. Nossa senhora.
Stay on your toes.
Yep, you too.
The moonlight betrays you. The moonlight betrays you.
Let me help you guys. Big bet!
Caraca, moleque.
Can't hide the truth. The mystery unravels. It all adds up.
Moonlight betrays you.
Receive my blessing with one heart.
Close your eyes. Observe. To dust. Steady now.
You to hunt him down.
Finished.
Move. The
Branch
moonlight
into song.
betrays you.
No more lies. It all adds up.
Move.
The deception ends here.
It began with the moon, and so shall it end.
The moon will protect you. Stay your hand.
Cadê esse cão?
Close your eyes.
Do you see now? Verefenir, when will it be as you foretold? Raise you.
Ai, cadê o Flynn?
Your foul spirit is not welcome here. Observe. The night cometh. Close your eyes. Observe.
Can't hide the truth. Seek within.
Moonlight. Be silent. Observe. Close. Steady now.
Futile.
Are you quite finished? Night falls.
Attack!
Go!
Branch into song. For the everlasting cause.
You to hunt them down! Pathetic!
No more lies.
Futile!
Caraca, meu querido, para de ficar um pouco.
The moon
Can't hide the truth.
race. Your little game of heroics is over. Who wants to go first?
Não é possível, derrote o rei vingador da lua. Legal, agora que eu vou começar a matar ele, verdade?
No, we've been separated.
You okay?
Nossa
Never.
senhora.
Where are the others?
Stuck outside the barrier. I guess he really doesn't know us.
I told you before, knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Be careful what you wish for.
Lama, can you hear me? Hold on,
Caraca, eles estão presos.
The voices are gone, but at least I know they're still there. I need to focus. Stick to the plan. Remember my most important task. Just keep stalling. I've been stalling for long enough. The moment will come.
It all adds up. Seek within. Can't hide the truth. It all falls into place.
Water jet! Wipe out!
No more lies. It all adds up. Time to come clean.
Deus, cadê ele?
I've got this! Water jet! The shield's broken. I can't keep this up.
Don't push your luck.
Your death is within my grasp.
Time to come clean. It all falls into place. No more lies.
To hide.
It all falls into place. The deception ends here. Can't hide the truth.
Water jet! Bombs away!
It all adds up.
Caraca, muito
It
cansado.
all falls into place. The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth. It all adds up. Let's see what you're made of.
Water jet!
Can't hide the truth. It all falls into place. Seek within.
Yeah! Water jet!
How? Can't hide the truth. Let's see what you're made of.
Peraí, meu querido. Porra, que coisa chata, velho. Ficar cancelando tudo.
No more lies. It all adds up. The deception ends here.
Water jet!
Aí, beleza.
There's no other way.
The only way to defeat Rarer is to borrow his own power.
Tomar o poder dele emprestado. Ô, louco.
That
Mano,
means
a galera tava assim na
Columbine will
reunião.
have to disappear while you two bear the brunt of his attacks. You have to hold on. Find a way to keep him focused on kill.
Nossa senhora.
Nefer, your eyes are bleeding.
Soon you will be powerless to resist, and then I will.
But that dust will plague your memory. Come on. Keep up.
Any other tricks up your sleeve? Let's see them. As entertaining as they are.
You don't fool me. I see your... I have to stoke his rage. Make him unleash. You fear what you could never defeat. You fear the thought of You cannot win the fight against fate.
Caraca, essa lança do bicho.
His will.
You fear the sound of your own name?
Is it us you hate? Or is it what you've become?
Let's see what becomes of you! What's happening? That power. I've seen it before.
É o cara. Nossa, o mundo guri tá absorvendo tudo.
His power is on another level. We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with him.
I'll join you. I can help. If I release enough abyssal energy into a confined space, it'll create a potential difference, allowing us to extract a huge amount of elemental energy. Next, I'll synchronize with everyone's minds using Pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view. But it won't last long. Can you see?
Well enough.
So, we have a student of Gold Rhine-Daughter in our midst.
How about that?
Did you use my own power against me?
Just like how you stole Kuvaki. Look familiar?
Don't you realize? You don't have the power to hold that gate open.
I don't, but someone else does.
Goodbye, Rerir.
We won.
Caraca, Durin salvando a pátria junto com a tia Columbina. Nossa senhora, coitada da tia Nefer, mano, só fez apanhar.
Nefer, how are your eyes?
They're fine. Apart from the blood.
It's not too late.
Let me handle it.
Caraca, a cegueira. vai dar o sangue dela de novo.
Miss Nefer, it's not like you to lose your composure. That was the most reckless thing.
Reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were at
even so. Okay. I guess you're right. Under the circumstances, in business terms, I suppose that's a huge return on investment.
I'd be hard-pressed to...
Still, I don't like this outcome. And I don't want you... People suffer when they make sacrifices they shouldn't have to make. But I had hoped you could win without sacrificing so much as...
Thank you. Really.
All done. Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days. Until then, please follow. I'll send full details through Yehoda. For now, just get... My dear friends, we have fought bravely and achieved a spectacular victory.
The moon will remember this day. Thank you, Bob.
E a Roda aparece e ajuda o Nefer a ir pra casa. E você, claro, é levado por Paimon. Avisando o Nefer negando pela entrada... Quê? Avisando o Nefer navegando pela entrada de olhos fechados é nova para você. Ela procede com cuidado, mas enquanto a silhueta dela desaparece ao longo, você percebe que ela parece quase orgulhosa.
There's something I want to let you know.
E Traveler salvou ela, né? No meio de ser espetada.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers, I also felt everything they felt. And since Nefer's eyes were injured, my eyes are hurting now too.
Hold on.
I only feel the pain. There's no actual damage. I just...
You're right. There's no damage. But I must say, I'm surprised to hear the Kuthar share something like this with me. In the past, you never used to open up about yourself.
Things are a little different now from how they were. I'm learning to share how I truly feel.
Friends. You have no idea how glad I am to hear that.
Que massa. Você não consegue deixar de dar um sorriso ao ouvir a palavra amigos enquanto uma sensação quente preenche seu peito. Um a um seus companheiros reportam para informar que está tudo sob controle. Por insistência de Lauma, você se deita. Você lutou na linha de frente contra Henry e precisa descansar agora. Caraca, que absurdo, mano. Foi o que menos apanhou.
Yay! You're awake! How are you feeling? Any aches and pains? Did you sleep well?
I'm doing all right, Paimon. No need to worry about me.
Phew! Well, that's good. Paimon's been sitting on the edge of the bed worrying about you for ages. You slept a whole day and night.
Glad to hear you didn't starve. How was the food?
Well, it wasn't the same without you there to share it. Honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self. She couldn't enjoy...
Well, I'm back to normal.
Oh yeah, and Albedo swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. Barker and the others are organizing a victory. He also dropped off some medical supplies, but you seem fit as a fiddle, so if you're feeling up to it, let's head over now. Wouldn't want to keep them waiting.
Ok, vamos lá. Antes da cara da lua.
We're here!
Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! We were literally just saying how there's no way we're holding this victory feast.
How are you feeling today?
Much better. Thanks.
Relieved to hear it. If that changes, just let me know. Yep, we're here for you.
Oh wait, where's Nefer?
How are her eyes doing?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
Cara, vamos ver os olhos aqui, Nefer, né, mano? O bichinho levou sacode da pega.
Traveler, Paimon, are you recovering well? Turns out that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were mostly recovered after just a couple days rest. I can actually open them again now.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. Lauma says not to strain your—
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehoda, could I borrow you for a moment? I could do with it.
Oh, sure. Did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a second. You guys chat among your—
You bet! Make it—
Sure thing!
Que foi? O que tá rolando?
The Raker of Solnari. No, definitely a snake. A poisonous one who anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's something my dad used to say. Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds like a very wise and open-hearted perspective. What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets stripped away? If you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. I'm not someone who gets stuck. It's just... I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a liar. Oh, father. How much Look at the Ibis King. Thoth is a fiendishly cunning liar. And yet, strangely, he feels more like a father to me than my real... He's never brought it up, but I'd bet he feels the same way. Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth, while at the same time training... Well, King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially a prison. His response was to take on a physical form and approach me, hoping that I could become his envoy, and did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. He can't make me return what he gave to me.
Parece que ele foi bom o suficiente com você.
So that's enough for you to decide he's nice, is it?
Então basta isso para você decidir que ele é bom.
He's a prisoner, and he was scared. So he decided to perform some good deeds to win. He lives in fear because he's a deceiver. How is Rerir any different? You can't work as a spy your whole life and expect to It's preposterous. Yet I can't say I don't understand it. Liars live in the darkness of their own... They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think? Good. If you understand that, it means you're smart. If you ask me, the soul of a liar really is worth nothing. Because all they care about is themselves. For example, when something good falls into my lap, I don't go sharing the news around. Stops other people trying to steal it from me.
So
be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them. Oh, is that what it looks like?
Porque parece que você tá começando a nos ver como seus amigos.
Well, you all know my past now. And I can't simply eliminate everyone who knows too much. So I guess I just have to put up with you. When you find yourself in a situation you can't control, the safest play is to keep calm and start monitoring everyone involved like a hawk. In the intelligence world, you need to have a sense of perspective. If you understand what's at stake, please ensure my secret is safe with you. I trust you'll respect my wishes as a friend.
Também observarei você como falcão. Ok,
Very good.
Oh wait! Now that the panic's over and we've all calmed down, Paimon said after all that build-up, our mystery ally never showed up even once!
Exatamente, cadê Densler? Canção da Lua, ato 4 concluído.
Huh? Am I
Tô imaginando coisas?
So, that close colleague who stayed behind with you? What's he been up to recently?
Então, aquele bom colega que ficou pra trás com você, o que ele está fazendo ultimamente?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco too than him.
Com Bosco II que com ele.
Although, Now you mention
Você
it,
mencionou, ele
he
já me
hasn't
incomoda
bothered me in a
há
while.
tempo. Me pergunto se...
If he's
Ih,
disappeared without a
rapaz.
trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world. But I somehow doubt that's what's going on. He won't lie low forever. So we'd better...
Vixe Maria. Daqui a pouco ele aparece. Vamos ter pessoas novas aparecendo aí, causando caos e confusão. De novo. Vamos falar com a Tina Féria, galera.
Ah, Lord Sangama Bay. I must thank you for the device you provided. It was an enormous help. Would I be right in thinking that it was developed by...
Why come and ask me when you clearly know already?
I mostly came...
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your cards right.
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable investor...
Huh? Charitable? Who said anything about charity? First time here.
Let's see. The first plot of land you purchased in Nodcry. Your desert...
Stop! What do you think you're doing? Exposing my...
It's nothing to hide from. They're all perfectly legitimate investments. And some of the land you purchased was with the intent of building a sanctuary?
How?
You're a curious case, Lord Sangama Bay. You don't like people finding out about your good but I'm afraid no matter how hard you try to keep things under wraps, where there's a will, there's a way. You did it for Sumeru, didn't you?
It was empty land that was gonna go to waste otherwise. I figured if I built something there, it might... Disasters are capricious things. They strike without any warning. I've lost family. My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. It was something I looked into. But the tech people handled the tech, and money...
It's a pity that so few people know the truth about...
So? What's the problem with that?
But surely you have dreams of your...
You don't get it. Just thinking about it makes...
Thank you.
For the device?
And the pendant.
Oh, that. I was just returning a favor. Don't worry about it.
Seems like we've both been away from...
Yeah. So long that...
That would be your mother...
Yeah. Though, it's not like I want to forget them, obviously, but... Memory, my sister can't help me now. Slow.
Not everything will fade.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that, plus...
Oh, absolutely. I have tons of... You've got a lot going for you, too. Boss of the...
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Boa.
How have you been holding up? Any adverse reactions? If you start to take a turn for the worst...
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster. I'm fine. I mean, I barely...
What? You're too humble, young man.
You played an indispensable role in the battle for Nodcry. We can't thank you enough for your... Sometimes, when people praise you, it's because you deserve it. The best thing is to accept it calmly and...
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an incredible feat of alchemy. The pressure was on, but you worked flawlessly at lightning speed to get...
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though. Durin played a big part in forming the alchemical array.
Que o Durin absorveu todo o poder do cara e transferiu pra
See?
ti.
Did you catch that? A masterclass in how...
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did work pretty hard to help prepare for the battle. No point denying that.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, look who's bounced back. Looking good, traveler.
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need to take any...
Can I get you a drink?
Huh? You know how to order at a bar now?
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared to alchemy. Don't...
Paimon believes it! You're clearly a fast... To be totally honest, though, Paimon didn't quite follow all the
Don't worry, that's completely understandable. Unless you're a student of alchemy, it's hard to grasp...
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvaki. And that gave us the idea of when facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating, it's best. So, instead of looking for a way to overpower him, we decided to help Columbina get strong enough to at least stand up to him in a fight.
É verdade.
For this to work,
We had to analyze his modes of attack, confirm who his main target was, and make sure, for added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. But to mitigate the impact of the battle, we identified one location in particular as the ideal spot. The alchemical array absorbed his abyssal power. Then Durin processed it to render it use. That power enabled her to do.
What surprised me was that Dainsleif actually agreed to join us. Given his history with Rerir, he had every right to sit this one out. But we're extremely grateful for the decision he made.
It must have been a painful choice to make. But I'm sure that making a decision was far better.
Absolutely. He was torn between 2 paths, but in the end, he made his choice and stuck to it resolutely. He doesn't anyway. However you cut it, everyone gave a stellar performance.
Aí nessa e aí não tá aí. Eita.
That's the only reason you're here. Yes, I've thought a lot about it. And I've realized that you, me, and Arlecchino should be friends.
E Maria, devemos ser amigas?
I think this is very important. So I felt I had to... Well, this is a new one. I'm so moved. I can't even hold my teacup. If that's all, you can leave now. Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being co-workers? What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my politeness module is active. But if you say another word, I swear I'll shut it down. If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word please at some point? Polonia, please see Lady Columbina to the door. Will you still invite me to your next tea party? What? Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye.
Columbina, que isso, cara? Tirando onda aqui. Vixe Maria. Botando papelinha com a amiga.
Last time, the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it myself this time? We just wanted to, see how— Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't seriously think that the Rahier of Solnari would be able to lay so much as a finger upon— Mostly because you kinda helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay. Looks like all your robots are fixed, huh? Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is already a write-off. The visitor before you managed. If you're in the mood for tea, go ahead and help yourself. Otherwise, it's going to waste. My coasters are still missing in action, though. Use this notebook instead.
Meus pires ainda estão desaparecidos. Usa esse caderno.
Whoa! Pretty hefty notebook. You can ignore those. They're just dumb scribblings. I doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember the distant, dreamlike past. Sometimes I imagine the far-flung future. And other times, I grit my teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on in the present. Some people do the crosswords in the newspaper. This is my equivalent of trying to predict the future is like daydreaming. And writing about the present just makes me furious. The past is my favorite. If nothing else, it's already set in stone, so I don't have to rack my brains trying to figure it all out. Huh. Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting memory in my past is probably that guy they call— Who else? Pretty much all the mecha and Fontaine are his personal handiwork. Wait, are you saying you know him? Like, personally? I mean, I guess we were friendly enough.
Então você conheceu ele mesmo.
Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person left who knew him at all. We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away, he asked me to destroy all his manuscripts. I honored his request. But I did read through— I mean, I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer Alain Guillotin disappear like that. Would have been such a waste. So, that's where the formulas in your— I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword puzzles. They're just dumb formulas that I solved. Alain's work was like epic poetry. The formulas in my notebook are just silly little... Not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least solving those riddles isn't going to hurt him. Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what happened to him and his friends. Alain Guillotin had two close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They spent their childhood years together in the Narzissenkreuz Institute.
Que legal.
They were all quite competitive, so there was some rivalry between them. But it was a friendly rivalry. But beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran something deeper. A sense of nostalgia. Unfortunately, childhood would end. The prophecy would come true. A mad dream that would normally only capture the minds of lunatics begin to take root in their hearts. And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser, but alas, they were the first of them to fall. Against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve and parted ways with Renee. It's complicated. Alain wanted to believe that Renee only did what he did for the sake of their friendship. But when he told me about what happened, I could tell perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even then. The next time they met, Renee's soul had been completely engulfed by the dream of salvation. His futile attempt to change the tide of fate only resulted in a wave that swallowed up the world, even before the apocalypse came. And although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance. As I understand, Renee wanted to live out his dream of salvation once more. But I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died out for good. At long last, Renee awoke from his deluded dream. Though of course, what do you think of Renee? Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any price was worth paying to achieve the lofty goal of saving the world?
Sua visão de qualquer preço poderia ser pago para alcançar seu objetivo de salvar o mundo.
Or do you despise him?
Ou
dismiss him as an evil madman who wrought havoc on the lives of everyone around him as he pursued his delusional dream? Same difference, really. Just a matter of perspective.
Caraca, velho, que pergunta, mano. Mesma coisa. Só é uma questão de perspectiva. Por todo o contexto que foi feito e por tudo que ele fez também, né? Por mais que tenha sido loucura, cara. Querendo ou não, na cabeça dele era por um bem, né?
Doesn't surprise me. You share one thing in common, after all. You both want to be the savior. The only difference is, your dream came true, and his, well, he wasn't the one who made it. I don't like fanatics who give up their whole lives for their ideology. Nor do I like fools who let their delusions take control. Maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary person. But he had a sage-like intellect. And anyway, that's enough about Renee. Now, moving on to Alain Guillotin, the Lord Artificer.
O Lord Artificer.
He managed to put a stop to the first storm whipped up by Renee. But after that, Alain lost it. To his credit, I suppose, the loss of his family and friends was purely a tragic accident. It's not like after that, the only thing supporting his work was the same dream that had trapped. But although the desire to save Fontaine drove him to found the Fontaine Research Institute, Alain continued to reject any form of transcendental knowledge. I think that formulas and machines derived solely from human yet Alain's intellect was simply too great. It barely left him space to breathe in his lifetime. Once he realized that the end of his life was approaching, he finally accepted the truth. The Narzissenkreuz Institute needed someone, and a human being. He quit working on his formulas, trading them in for the fairy tales that had played such a formative role in his childhood. but which he barely touched in his adult life. He told me that the director of the Nazissenkreuz Institute used to read those fairy tales to the children as bedtime stories. Apparently, they worked wonders at sending kids off to sleep. I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be able to sleep deeply without being plagued by depression. By that point, nothing else really mattered. At the very end, he laid down to rest in the ruins of the former Nazissenkreuz Institute orphanage, while the Fontaine Research Institute he had founded continued many years after that. Tensions over competing dreams would once again cause a rift, this time between members of the Fontaine Research Institute. But the actions of those fools had nothing at all to do with Alain. And that is the story of two people from the Nazissenkreuz Institute who both wanted to save the world. One went all in on his fantasy of salvation without ever looking back, and ended up calmly. The other sought desperately to burn bright in his life, even though he wasn't sure where he was going. I do sometimes wonder, why is it that even the grandest tree starts as a tiny seed? So perhaps, for each of them, their mission to save the world began with a very simple desire: to save themselves.
Por isso, talvez para a missão salvar o mundo tenha começado com destino muito simples, que era salvar a si mesmo.
They were young children with friends and family who mattered to them, desires to explore the meaning of life, ambitions to have a successful career. Or maybe they just wanted to find something to anchor themselves within the... But instead, the search for their own salvation took them down the rocky road laid out by fate. Do you think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to try and save the world?
Você acha que o desejo de salvar a si mesmo é justificativa suficiente para tentar salvar o mundo? O desejo de salvar a si mesmo é justificativa suficiente para tentar salvar o mundo? Ou parando pra pensar assim, porque tipo, ao mesmo tempo que você tá querendo salvar a si mesmo, você tá querendo salvar o mundo, porque, bom, se você não salvar o mundo, você não vai salvar também a si mesmo, né? É meio que uma troca de favores.
The way you said that sounded just like Alain. I asked him the same question back when he was in his prime, putting all of his energy into his work. He gave the exact, no elaboration, just a quick short answer before getting right back to his work. All right, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'll have to bring a whole sack of gifts the next time I'm gonna go tinker with Polonia now. You guys can do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't involve Polonia, exit hibernation mode. Begin diagnostics.
Caraca, que história, hein? Mais uma conquista. Uou, que história, mano. Acabou? Acabou, mano. Ecos do destino. Titiala. Nefer. Caraca, hein? Absurdo. Ô, louco, olha a raid aí, Dom. Como é que tá, meu querido? Cara, chegasse num momento meio triste, mano. Acabei de terminar a história principal aqui. E aí, meu querido? Como é que você tá? Mais uma raid, mano. Brigadão, meu querido. Nossa senhora. Caraca, que história, mano. Tamo bem, Lucas? Cara, tamo muito bem, mano. Muito bem. Um pouquinho cansado por causa da hora. E por causa da história também, tá ligado? Salve, galera. Como é que vocês estão? Aken 7, Ghost. Nossa senhora, história pica. Cara, acabei de terminar, mano. Eu tava adiando a história, tá ligado? Porque eu gosto de prestar atenção na história principal, né? Acabei de terminar, cara. Não sei nem se deu tempo de ver aí. Titia contando a história aí pro Traveler. a Sandrome contando a história que a Alerquino contou pra ela pro Traveler. Acabamos de finalizar, velho. E agora é só focar nas lendárias, né? Caramba. Terapia, que história de genshin é boa demais. E aí, Samugo? E aí? Mano, Sandrome é incrível, papo reto, adorei ela. Eu também, cara. O jeito que ela fala, tá ligado? A forma sarcástica e tal. E essa forma meia louca da cabeça de falar é muito massa, mano. Muito, muito engraçado, cara. Ela, a Jarruda, a Nefer também, que tem o jeito dela mais séria, tá ligado? É muito bom, mano. É muito, muito bom. Caraca, cara. Incrível, mano. Na moral. Acabei de terminar a história, as cutscene absurda, como sempre, né? Titio Durin fazendo um papel incrível junto com a Mr. Columbina, né? Muito bom, cara. É o que? Tem mais missão ou terminou tudo? Cara, só tenho agora de falar missão lendária. Aqui, ó. Cadê, meu Deus? Como é que vem? Aqui, missão lendária. Tá, missão lendária eu tenho pra caramba, né? Eu quero fazer a da Alerquino em live porque, mano, mágico que normalmente cola na live, ele disse que é muito incrível a missão da Alerquino. E eu imagino, né? E as missões de evento aqui, né? Evento de encontro, que eu tô com preguiça de fazer. Mas as missões lendárias que eu tô mais ansioso de fazer é a do Neuvilete, a da Furina, a da Nave e a da Alerquino. Tá ligado? A galera de Fontaine é muito top, mano. Jarruda e a Gold, com certeza. A Jarruda foi a boneca que eles mais investiram na animação, cara. A boneca tem animação, tem um jeito diferente, tá ligado? Que eles trouxeram agora com essas novas histórias. Muito, muito bom. Porque deixa algo mais dinâmico, menos cansativo e que faz você, tipo, se entreter, tá ligado? Com as coisas. Isso é muito bom, cara. Isso é muito, muito bom. Tá ligado? É muito legal. E essa Alerquino e Narida são boas, viu? Cara, a da Narida eu imagino que é um pouco cansativa. Porque a Narida, além de ser arconte, tá ligado? E ter muita coisa pra contar, as missões de Sumério em si tem muito texto. Muito texto. Mas a da Narida eu vou ver, porque ela é arconte. A da galera aqui, a do Arraitão eu vou prestar atenção também. A da DR aí do Lineu, acho que eu vou dar uma skipada. Numas coisas, tá ligado? É o quê? A dubladora da Leon Fire, cara, ela consegue animar muito as histórias, cara. Eles trouxeram essa nova forma de trazer, tipo, a história, tá ligado? Que ficou muito mais dinâmico e muito menos chata, tá ligado? De Fontaine pra... um pouquinho de Fontaine pra Nardcry, eles trouxeram essa questão de, tipo, ter um pouco mais de animação, os bonecos não ficar falando tanto coisas desnecessárias, tá ligado? Que não é tão relevante pra história, né? E que acaba sendo menos chato, mano. Muita gente, desde quando chegou no Nardcry e tal, e um pouquinho do Natlan, falou que a história tava bem melhor, tá ligado? Principalmente no Nardcry, né? Cadê? A DR é legal. E ela pitica. Segunda ainda é boa. A primeira Dona Rida não é boa, não? Ô Lucas, querido, eu vou indo nessa, descansa. Boa noite, querido, tamo junto até amanhã. Ô, até amanhã, o Dom, obrigadão, meu querido. Obrigado pela raid mais uma vez. Valeu, pessoal, me esqueci. Obrigado pela raid aí, qualquer coisa eu colo lá na live mais cedo. Abri live mais tarde hoje porque eu tive umas coisas pra fazer. Eu já ia encerrar agora. Porque amanhã eu quero tentar trazer coisa nova, ou amanhã, ou essa semana ainda, tá ligado? Quero trazer um joguinho novo aí pra nós jogar, um jogo no PlayStation 2 e tal, fazer uma sériezinha. Enquanto o novo ato não chega, né? Porque quando o Durin chegar, meu querido, lhe aviso que meterei bala. Meterei bala no Durin porque o boneco tá forte, tá? O boneco tá forte, muito roubado. Pra galera que acha que ele não vai ser tão relevante pra conta aí, velho. Bom, dependendo do seu nível de conta, se você já tem tudo, ele pode ser só mais um, né? Mas se não, cara, peguem ele, velho. Porque o boneco tá forte, tá facinho de buildar e tá sendo muito útil, principalmente porque ele tem duas formas, né? A forma de luz e a forma de escuridão. Então, bom, sendo um sub DPS aí, ele vai continuar batendo pra caramba no time. Ele compensaria mais vou jogar com geral. Então, cara, ele funciona em todas as comps, basicamente, porque como ele é um sub DPS e as habilidades dele ficam batendo em campo sem você precisar, tipo, ficar rotacionando sempre com ele pra ativar alguma coisa, é absurdo. Tá ligado? É absurdo. O modo escuridão dele foca mais em single, inimigo sozinho, né? E a de suporte, que é o modo luz, né? Ele foca em múltiplos inimigos, pra quem não sabe muito sobre ele. Artefato pra ele. Eu acho que o Mano Doom também falou com vocês, né? Artefato pra eles é o mesmo da Fischl. A flor é flor de geada, né? E o resto é torrar ouro e as coisinhas. Eu vou pegar ele, né? Certinho que eu vou pegar ele. Agora, como é o nome? A espada dele eu não sei se eu vou pegar. Tô realmente em dúvida. Porque se tiver coisa melhor, eu vou guardar porque eu quero pegar a arma da Alice quando ela vier. Eu quero pegar ela e a arma. Agora, eu também tava querendo a do Varka, né? Mas aí vamos ver como é que desenrola as coisas e vamos ver se a mamãe Royal não faz a gente perder o 50-50, né? De resto, se tudo correr bem, né? Estamos seguindo. Inclusive como é o nome? O Durin, ele vai ter muita sinergia com a galera de Mondstadt, tá, galera? Então, se você tiver o Durin e mais alguém no time de Mondstadt, seja Mona, Razor, os personagens que vão receber buff junto com ele, né? O Albedo, né? E todo mundo lá. O buff da passiva dele, da primeira passiva dele é aumentado pra caramba, tá? Então, vocês vão ter que usar uma Mona ali junto com ele, tá ligado? Junto com o time de vocês pra poder ter uma sinergia maior. É tipo essa questão lunar da galera de Nodcry, tá ligado? Quando tem dois bonecos de Nodcry, eles ficam mais fortes, a passiva aumenta, né? Tem mais reação e tudo mais. É tipo isso. É igualzinho, velho. É o quê? Ele é perfeitinho, justamente por causa disso. Ele joga contra bots, contra vários inimigos. Então, e cara, pelo fato dele ser fácil de buildar, é o que me anima, tá ligado? Porque meus bonecos tá faltando detalhe, tá ligado? Um falta uma taxa, o outro falta um pouquinho de recarga. Falta eu upar alguma arma, tá ligado? Aí como meus bonecos faltam alguns detalhes e outros que eu tô focando separadamente, né? Aí é meio, né? Menos um problema. Caraca, só tem de ouro só. Fazer o resto aqui. Tá ligado? Então, tipo, o bonequinho é bem de boa, cara. Ele não vai precisar de recarga, tá? Acho que 140, 150 de recarga tá ótimo pra ele. Ou no máximo 160, porque a habilidade elemental dele recupera muita energia. Então não é um boneco que vai sofrer com recarga, né? Você só vai precisar fazer uma buildzinha mais simples ali pra ele, com um pouquinho de taxa, um pouquinho de dano, né? Porque como ele é sub DPS, ele vai precisar, né? E GG. O seu você vai buildar com o quê? Tu fala o quê? O Durin? Com que eu vou buildar ele? Cara, eu tava vendo que uma galera... Uns vazamentos aí, uma galera tava fazendo um... Cadê? Ia trazer... ritual real pra ele. Tá ligado? Ritual real é muito bom e realmente a passiva do ritual... A passiva do ritual real faz sentido. Porque, tipo, o dano do Supremo... Você vai ter que usar o Supremo dele toda vez. Tá ligado? E além disso... O conjunto de 4 peças você usa aqui, ó. Usar o Supremo aumenta o ataque de todos os membros da equipe em 20% por 12 segundos. Tá ligado? Ele vai ser um suporte sub DPS, cara. Aumenta o dano do Supremo dele, que vai ter que ser utilizado e vai ser muito útil, tá ligado? Porque, um exemplo, o Supremo do modo luz dele, ele fica em campo e fica batendo lá, pipocando, né? Então já é um dano a mais, né? E, bom, ele vai ter que ser suporte também, né? Suporte sub DPS. Já aumenta o dano do timezão. Então eu acho que de início eu vou fazer um ritual real pra ele, tá ligado? E depois a gente vê aí se vai vir um artefato mais... Não é bem assim mais, né? Mas tipo, um pouco melhor, né? Que se encaixe melhor nas 3 passivas dele, né? Vai que, né? Vai que vem alguma coisa. Possivelmente pode vir, né, cara? Não sei se vai vir uma nova parte de Nodcry, mas eu sei que... se eles forem trazer, eles podem trazer mais um templo, né? Com novos itens e tal, alguma coisa assim. Mas possivelmente não, né? Porque, pelo menos não por agora. Porque, um exemplo, o boss dele vai ser o boss de Natlan, né? Aquele dragão lá, muito louco, né? E os itens dele são tudo de Nodcry por enquanto aqui, umas partes repartidas. Ritual tem bastante amém. Ritual tem bastante amém. Vou selecionar uns depois. Então já prepara. Vai ser o que a galera vai mais usar, velho. Ou vai ser ritual real ou vai ser milelite. Mas eu acho que ritual real se encaixa melhor porque ele dá dano no Supremo. Então o Supremo dele vai precisar dar dano, né? Pra entrar em sinergia ali. E ser aquele dano que... Ah, nossa, faltava, pô, uns 50k de dano a mais, tá ligado? Ali pra eu matar o boss, alguma coisa assim. Pô, então vai ser útil, tá ligado? Vai ser útil, vai ser necessário e tal, né? vai ser aquela ajuda a mais. Aquele daninho que faltava pra você fazer no tempo, tá ligado? Ele vai ser útil. E é bom, né? E é bom, porque ele faz sinergia com basicamente todos os times que você vai utilizar ali, por ele ser um sub DPS e ele ajudar na reação de Pyro e ajudar na reação de quem estiver fazendo sinergia com ele, tá? Seja Dendro, Gel, né? Pyro em si. Bichinho bem forte demais, isso animado. Então, cara, ele baixa a resistência do elemento que faz reação com ele. Um exemplo, ele é de Pyro, né? Mas o elemento que fizer reação junto com o elemento de Pyro dele, né? Quando ele utilizar, ele vai baixar a resistência desse elemento e do elemento Pyro, cara. Então esse boneco tá absurdo. Pra quem não for pegar esse boneco aí, velho, pô, boa sorte, viu? Tem muitos bonecos fortes aí, mas ele vai entrar no meta com certeza. Tá, vamos lá, é pra pegar pra ficha, né? Dá uma padinha na ficha que eu vou querer utilizar ela com o Durim, mano. Caraca, não tem o suficiente ainda? Ah, tem que farmar. Será que dá ainda? Caraca, mano. Acho que a ficha vai ficar legal junto com o Durim. Ainda mais com o buff que ela vai receber. Ele não vai sair do meta, né? Cara, se ele sair do meta vai ser por uma nova região muito absurda aí, né? O meta que eu falo é top 10 bonecos ali, né? Top 15 bonecos, top 10 bonecos. Que normalmente a gente usa muito. Vai aqui, né?
Send one, send them all. I won't hold you back.
Deixa eu botar o Traveler aqui só pra...
Just what will we come across?
Tem muito... Os bonecos de Natland e Nordcraft vão demorar muito tempo pra sair do meta, cara. De Fontaine a gente ainda usa Furina, né? O Neuvillette, usa Návia, quem tem. E tudo mais. Vai demorar um pouquinho. Vai, fi. Morre logo aí. É o que? Eu valeu pelo papo, mas vou ter que partir de acordo. Já não deu pra trabalhar nada, meu querido. Obrigado pela companhia aí. Pô, obrigado por estar ajudando sempre, galera. A única meta que eu preciso bater agora aqui na Twitch e também no YouTube, né? É questão de visualização, mano. Sempre que vocês puderem colar aí pra dar aquela visualização a mais, já vai estar ajudando muito, mano. De coração. O Dom já tá me ajudando demais, cara. E é trazendo vocês pra cá pra gente se conhecer, bater um papo. Tá ligado? Obrigadão de coração, velho. Só bater as metas de visualização aí. E GG, velho. Vou seguir lá no YouTube. O canal tá tudo na descrição, tá, galera? Inclusive tô online agora também no YouTube. Quem puder divulgar aí. Tô trazendo uns videozinhos das lives também pra quem não consegue acompanhar totalmente as lives. Trazendo umas partes partidas. Obrigadão de coração mais uma vez. Vocês são incríveis, velho. O Mano Dom também. Já foi-se embora descansar. Qualquer coisa eu colo lá na live dele de novo. A gente dá uma conversada. E GG. Sempre que puderem aí tá ajudando. Agradeço de novo mais uma vez, velho. Vocês são incríveis. E terminar aqui, velho, eu vou dar uma descansada também. Amanhã a gente tentar trazer a live mais cedo. Para a gente tentar trazer umas coisinhas novas. Já que completamos tudo no genshin, né? Só as lendárias, né? As lendárias é um pouquinho mais chato, né? Obrigado, meu querido. As lendárias é um pouquinho mais chata, mas aí a gente vê. No tempo que eu tiver mais livre a gente faz pra não ficar tão cansativo também, até pra quem tá assistindo. Só ver história, cansa um pouquinho. Mas eu vou precisar pegar recurso, né? Então, bom, vou ter que fazer de todo jeito. Se eu não fizer em off, eu faço em live aqui junto com vocês. A gente bate um papo, vai conversando sobre umas coisas e GG. Bom, galera, acho que é isso, mano. Obrigadão mais uma vez, obrigado pela raid aí. Depois vocês agradecem o Dom por mim, se eu não conseguir colar lá na live dele. Obrigadão, rapaz. Vocês são incríveis. Bom descanso aí, boa noite. Mais tarde, talvez a gente tá aí de novo. E, bom, passem lá nas redes sociais. Também tem um canal do Discord, né? Quiserem colar lá para dar uma conversada e dar ideia de jogos. Eu tô querendo trazer jogos de PlayStation 2, né? Tô querendo matar a saudade quando eu tinha. E, bom, é isso, velho. Obrigado mais uma vez. Vou dar uma comida agora. Tô morrendo de fome. Boa noite, bom descanso. E vocês são incríveis de novo, velho. Obrigadão, meus queridos. Bom descanso e boa noite. Falou-se.